Welcome to this week's Fireside Chat with Jesse. I am joined today by Mitch Rice, CEO of Commercial Capital. Thanks for joining me, Mitch.
Hey, no problem. Thanks, Jesse.
It's great to have you on the program. It's been a pleasure getting to know and work with your team over the last few years, and excited to hear a little bit more about your story. So I guess we'll just kind of jump right in here. And for those people who haven't had the privilege of meeting you yet, do you mind just kind of introducing yourself and your career in equipment finance, Mitch?
Yeah. So yeah, thanks again, man, for having me on. Thanks for everything you do. And yeah, it's Commercial Capital is the name of our business. We're family owned, second generation equipment finance company out of Lenexa, Kansas. Um, mostly small ticket, uh, mostly small ticket, real heavy in the construction and material handling industries. That's really been our bread and butter for the last, well, it's been 40 years. So my dad started it in 1985. He's still kicking, still comes in every day. Uh, he's
Who has
not a
who who has a bigger office?
yeah, he does. Yeah, he
Okay,
does.
okay, okay,
He's got more
okay.
crap. Yeah. But yeah, he's still, he's not a cog in the machine anymore, but he still loves to contribute. Still, I don't think we'll ever get rid of him. He'll always be here. So as long as he's around. But
Fantastic. And did you start in the business right out of college? I mean, obviously you grew up in
yeah,
business.
no, I mean, I knew of the business. I kind of knew what we did. Had no plans to jump right into the business. But I went to college, graduated from that, came back. My dad we had a bunch of off lease copy machines that he needed to sell or wanted to sell. So I kind of figured out that sale process, going door to door, and those, yeah, that was terrible. Used copy
Hey,
machines
hey,
door to
wait,
door, but
one of my first sales jobs was Yellow Book door to door.
oh
So
yeah, so same
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, you get chased out as with all the people before you, and it's like, wait, I didn't do that. Come on,
Yeah,
you
I
did.
know, but it worked. I moved quite a few of them, and with that, they're using rate factors, they're using payments to sell. So I kind of figured out that angle, how to use a payment to help sell a piece of equipment. And then when we didn't have that many that were actually worth selling, so kind of transitioned right after that into selling equipment financing, and just started with that, just like pretty much everybody in the business. Started in sales, had some success with that. That was this was probably for anybody listening that was around in 2005, 2006, 2007. I mean, it was pretty easy. Like back then, things were there was so much going on. There was so much volume. Um, Deals were easy to find. Uh, but then in '08, that obviously was the super that changed everything. So
Sure.
that we kind of almost basically did a reboot, and we fought our way through that, made it barely, made it through, and it didn't start over, but I mean, we had maintained all of our bank relationships, all of our clients. We'd been able to really help them, the ones that made it through that downturn. We were there for them through it, and that they once their businesses picked up, ours did too, and our banks were still hungry for deals. They had to have, I mean, their portfolios, they had pretty significant runoff those couple years, so they had to grow again, and we had always did what we said we would do through that hard part. And I think that was the biggest lesson I learned, was watching my dad through all that, consistently doing what we said we'd do, and just doing the right thing. And you know we made it. Some of the banks didn't, some of the clients didn't, but we
Mm.
made it, and just kept going. So
Well, that's good. I mean, that's a testament to your father and the company he
yeah,
built, because that was what, 23 years into these
yeah,
banking relationships. I mean, I know you mentioned you always have to do the right thing, even if it's a hard thing to do. And that's,
Yep.
I think, a lesson that everyone just listening should kind of take that little nugget, because it's not
Yeah.
always the easy thing. And
Oh,
sometimes
it's
it's
never
like,
the
wait,
easiest thing.
wait,
Yeah, no, it's never.
I'm gonna lose money on this. Yeah, well, it's the
Yeah.
right thing to do for this one, and then you
Yeah.
figure it out moving forward.
Right. No, it's never the easiest. It's never the easy thing, but yeah, doing the right thing. That was. I mean, our industry has come a long ways since 2006, 2007. I mean, doing the right thing, seems to matter a lot more
Yeah,
industry wide. So that's a very, very good thing for all of us.
absolutely. So just to kind of put this in perspective, before I hit record, we were talking about
Yeah.
New York, Manhattan. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I was in sales in New York
Oh.
City during some of those things, and I'm like, why is it
Uh-huh.
so quiet at this center?
Yeah.
Really?
God,
It's like,
that'd be
oh,
weird.
okay, this is happening.
Yeah. That had to
All
be
right.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah. But I was glad I was able to cut my teeth from a sales perspective in the Northeast.
Yep.
You know, I think of now with like some like the virtual offices and everything. And I guess I'll take a step back. So commercial capital, you guys are out of what's the town in Kansas?
Lenexa,
Lenexa,
just south of Kansas City,
south of Kansas
just
City.
south
Okay.
of Metro. Yeah.
And then do you have any other offices? How many employees do you have?
We've got 65 employees.
Okay.
Most of them are here in our headquarters. We've got probably 10 that work remote uh, around the country. Good
And
people we met
then,
in the industry that we might have snagged, or people that were
hey,
local that move away. We're not going to lose them. So
yeah, no, no, absolutely. And then I would think from a sales perspective, you guys do direct and indirect.
yep, yep. The mostly direct, the indirect. That's fairly new this year. We're dipping our toe in that. That's working pretty well. Seeing some deals that we don't typically see from our direct staff, so that's been a positive. Yeah, it's vast majority is direct. We've got real solid client base, lots of relationships. So it's relationship driven business, like everybody in our industry, but that's really our niche is relationships.
Got it. Yeah, and where I was going from like the sales perspective,
Mm-hmm.
like if I would have taken a sales role and tried to learn selling and techniques
Yes.
like in a virtual environment, would have been a lot
Yeah.
harder.
Yeah. No. There's nothing better than. I mean, it's nothing worse at the time, but nothing better hindsight of hitting the ground and just having to make it happen.
Absolutely. And
I
then I
think
guess,
it's probably the best for everybody in our industry if they start in sales of some sort.
yeah, yeah, that, and you also have to have the younger sales guys kind of understand how the sausage is made too, and throw them in collections and customer service every now and then,
Oh
just to
yeah,
kind of to humble them a little bit,
yeah, right, for sure.
just a little
Yeah.
bit.
Uh-huh.
But and then from, I guess, the 65 employees, from a 10-year perspective, do you know the average tenure off the top of your head?
Oh man. Um, I mean it's gone down just but I mean we still have our original core of we had 18
Well,
people in
41 years.
2019. Yeah.
So yeah,
So
yeah,
we've had we don't haven't lost many people except the ones that retire, really.
yeah. I
So
guess
we've
I guess
had
it's a tricky question if it goes down to under 10 because you've brought on four
yeah,
times the
it
bonus.
has. Yeah, we've added a lot the last 4 or 5 years. I mean, we've grown from 19 people to 65 over the last, I'd say, 6 years. So I mean, that's a lot. That's probably been the hardest part is just managing all the people and keeping the culture, you know, keeping the culture positive when you have that many new people mixing with the old people. Totally, different experiences.
Trying to revamp some technology, and it's like,
Oh
wait,
yeah,
what's
oh yeah.
going
Then
on
throw
here?
that in there. Throw that in there with the people that have been here for so long. The way we always have done things. So yeah, no, that's probably been the biggest challenge, but it's also probably cheesy. A lot of people say it, but our people are definitely our biggest asset. And we've got great people, know the industry, a lot of experience. Uh, we pulled a lot of good talent from banks. There's been a ton of mergers in Kansas City, so we've been able to really, I mean, that's obviously it creates a lot of duplicate roles, tension, friction. So we've been able to really snag some really quality people from some of our banks around town.
Silver lining with some of the banks getting out of, especially people who've been in equipment finance forever, and it's like they're
Right.
getting out of it for
Oh
liquidity
yeah.
or whatever issues, and it's like, all right,
Yep.
well,
Yep.
it's time for you
Snag
guys to scoop them up.
them. Yep.
So, Mitch, at what point did you sit there and say, you know what, I want to be the next leader of this organization that my dad built?
So that's probably, I would say, that thought probably really crossed my mind after 08, 09, making it through all that. Because I had a lot of friends that lost their job that didn't have. I mean, jobs were not easy to come by then. Good jobs anyway, and I don't know any other industry where if you, I know they're out there, but man, in our industry, if you work hard, especially from a sales standpoint, if you really busted on the sales side, like the potential earning, but the earning potential is huge. And I know for a fact it's not like that in a lot of industries, where ours is basically endless. So that
So,
obviously was appealing. So I did have some good success, in sales, in the beginning. So that, after having some success with that, and once we survived 08, 09, I knew I wasn't going to go anywhere. Couldn't leave at
uh,
that point.
couldn't leave at that point.
No.
And
We all, I think, aspire to want to run a company. And then it's like,
Yeah.
then finally, when we're in that position, it's like, oh shit. Like, I think
Yeah.
from a sales
Right.
perspective, it's like, okay, when you're in sales, it's just you carry a book, you're there to drive
Mhm.
revenue. When
Yeah.
you're the guy in your seat, now all of a sudden you're responsible for HR, ops,
Yeah.
technology,
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
And that's what I was going to talk about. You
No,
that
yeah, no, I get it. That, I don't think when looking back before we, if I was looking back 10 years ago, I would not have, I didn't factor in all that it kind of entails. I didn't really know what I was getting into, I would say. I mean, that's a pressure. I mean, you got 65 people that kind of roll up to me that I'm responsible for. That's a lot. That'll wear on you. That'll keep you awake and keep you honest, keep you doing the right thing. Uh, yeah, that it's a healthy pressure, I would say.
Yeah, well, especially because you have a legacy to protect.
Yeah,
It's just one of those things that kind of keeps you going. Because right when you're in sales, I mean, I kind of long sometimes for those days where it's like, you know what, I killed Monday, Tuesday. I'm gonna mess
yeah,
around
I know.
through Friday because I already got my stuff coming in, and it's like you can just kind of
Uh-huh.
out a little bit. Now it's like I'm gone 2 days this week, and it's like I have like 3 14-hour days ahead of me. Like, what am I doing? Like,
I
why?
know. Yeah, I know. I hear you. I hear you.
But you've the people that I met on the commercial capital team, you've hired
Yeah.
some great assets that I'm sure make your
Yep.
life a lot easier. For
Yes, for
sure.
sure. Yeah. No, that's been the biggest blessing, and we wouldn't have grown without the right people in the right seats. That's the that's kind of how we try to look at everything. Are they the right person? Are they in the right role? Um,
Yeah.
and that by getting those, by especially nailing the higher level leaders, that's been taking a lot of pressure off me to not have to do everything. Because I think as when it was me and my dad and 18 other people, like that can, uh, you end up wearing every hat basically. And by having people that I can rely on, that I can send things to, and just be done with it on my end and know that it's going to get handled the right way. That's very reassuring.
Sure, absolutely.
Still hard to I'm telling you, I do long for the days of a sales rep when you could kill it and you're like, you know what? Everything's lining up. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
For
We're good. We're good.
Good feeling.
We're going
Very
fishing.
good feeling.
Like, I don't know. You do business with Assurant, right?
Yeah.
Oscar just sent me a picture of him like with like a big bass, and I'm like, come on, man. Like, sure. Like,
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, I'm taking a client fishing." I'm like, hey, see you.
That's awesome.
So from an equipment finance perspective, I guess
Yep.
what are you seeing in the market? Like right now, I guess we are halfway through 2026. I guess as a business leader, like how are you approaching the rest of this year, Mitch? Is it on track to where you thought it was going to be, or is it just volatile as ever based on this, political crap that happens every now and then?
It's weird. I mean, I do feel the volatility for sure, but we're ahead of pace for our goal for the year, which was 250 million in new origination. So we're tracking to beat that just by a little bit, but
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. So from that standpoint, it's it feels great, but there's definitely still a little bit of uncertainty, and that's hard to not dwell on sometimes. I guess I've had to just come to the realization that you can only control what you can control, and that's it. What else are you going to do other than make the best decisions you can with what you know and what you can control?
No, that's perfect. Yeah. Control the controllables and don't make excuses. You could sit there and play the victim all day long where it's like, well, the tariffs, and it's like,
the war, the diesel now.
It's like, all right, that's what's ahead of us. Let's figure out that path. All right, let's go. Let's pivot. It's refreshing to hear that, because sometimes you talk to people and they talk about all these like thing, and you're just like, all right, well, what are you gonna do about it?
No, those are all large variables that we cannot control at all, really. I mean, we don't really have a say in it almost. I mean, maybe every 4 years if we can vote one way or the other, depending on what you're thinking, that doesn't really seem to control. You have no control no matter what.
No.
So control what you can control and make the best of it, man.
Except for when you jump on an airplane, then you're just kind of like,
right. Yeah. Let's go. What are you going to control on that?
And then I guess from an equipment finance perspective, I've been seeing you guys more at conferences over the past few years. What do those trade associations and the content that you get out of those associations mean to you and the commercial capital team?
Yeah. Well, my biggest benefit I get is just by the relationships I've developed with other leaders of other companies. Because the majority of the issues we deal with, we are the same or similar, or you've dealt with something, I've dealt with something, and we can help each other. But that attitude of kind of putting your worst foot forward and being open and willing to help with some issues. Because I guarantee you, if I had a problem, and I was talking to some of the peers in the ELFA, sorry, or NEFA or whatever, we would, I'd walk out, I'd leave that conversation with some solid feedback, some ideas, a perspective I didn't have. So that's been very, very valuable.
Yeah, absolutely. And it might be someone that you just lost a deal to based on a few basis points here and there.
Yeah.
That's where you sit. And that's one thing I appreciate, even though I've only been a service provider for the 2 decades that I've been in the industry. But it's like you sit there and it's like, hey, weren't you guys working on this same? Because you have to instigate a little bit, right? And then it's you undercut me by X, or you got creative over this here. But then it's like, I'll get you on the next one. And just like that knowledge sharing, like you're saying, even though they are competition. Like you still want what's best for people and to share ideas, because or even that deal that you want to do, you just couldn't figure out the structure. So you refer it to somebody else. It's going to come back.
Yeah.
And I think
in our industry, our industry is what? I mean, it's 1.5 to $2 trillion industry that we're in. Like
massive.
The quarter of a billion that we're trying to do this year. That's a percent of a percent. And so we're not stealing anything from anybody else. Like seems to be an endless pie we're all eating on. So
exactly. And as long as you do the right thing,
right.
What is it like when you see some of these bad actors that kind of come in, they get flushed out pretty quickly, which is another thing.
For sure.
Because it's like, wait, what are you doing? Like what deals? What kind of structures? And it's like, okay, good luck.
Yeah. No, and Google reviews really helped a lot with a lot of those people. But, yeah, 08, a lot of the people pre-08 would not have made it if word could get out.
No. Social media is for real.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I like to focus on is, like I said, those trade associations and kind of the networking that they foster and kind of what that meant.
Yes. And yeah, for sure. And then on down, and we've sent a lot of people to a lot of the different trade shows, a lot of the different more department specific, shows, whether it be the accounting operations, collections, you name it. Like those have been very, very valuable. And every time someone goes to one of those and they come back, I ask them, what's your best takeaway? And it's always based on relationships and meeting people at our peers and having someone that's doing what they do and just trading thoughts, like I said.
Yeah. It's easy to sit back in your own little echo chamber, but when you're sharing business ideas and best practices with your peers, it just makes it a little bit more, I guess, easier, relatable.
Yep. No, I hear you for sure.
And then my next question I have for you, Mitch, is someone just getting into the industry. What advice would you have for them?
Man, it's still the same as when I started. If you're just getting into the industry, just work hard, never stop learning. And really the sky's the limit. I mean, especially from a sales standpoint, like I said, there's endless business to have. Whether you work for an independent like us, a brokerage, whatever, there's endless business. And if you never get complacent, your business can always grow. Like we've had reps over the years that kind of, they'll grow and then fall off and then grow and then they'll get complacent and then pump the brakes a little bit or let off the gas, I guess. But man, it's when we've got one rep that just continues to just go, and he'll do a tremendous amount of business this year and make a tremendous amount of money because he never gets complacent. There's always more for him. And it's cool to see. Plus I appreciate it too, obviously, having someone doing that kind of volume. So.
Well, it's also the relationship-driven aspect of it, right?
Yes, for sure.
One of the things that's attributed to my success is having 20 years of a T&E budget. And if you have a business partner like yourself that's willing to invest in people that go out there, build those vendor relationships, don't go take people out, take advantage of that, right? Go get in front of people. That's what's going to make you the most over time, right?
Yeah.
Plus, you can have a lot of fun doing it.
No joke. Yeah.
Mitch, I ask everyone who comes on the program to give me a fun fact about themselves. So what do you enjoy doing outside of work?
I love to travel with my wife. Got 3 great kids. Love to work out. I used to play a lot of basketball. I don't anymore. I'm terrified of blowing out my knee or whatever. We're too old for that, man. Too old for that.
I hear you. Drew goes, let's go play beach volleyball. I'm kind of like,
oh, forget that, man. Yeah.
Let me sit there and drink a beer and watch you play beach volleyball.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. It's like, because
Yeah.
you only have one speed, right? Let's go.
Yeah,
It's
right.
like you're not going to not give full effort the entire time, and then
Yeah. Then you're gonna blow a knee out too. So
yeah.
Yeah, beach. That's a bad idea. No beach volleyball, man. I'm not doing that, especially with him.
Yeah, no, guy's ruthless.
Yeah,
It's like I'm 5'10", dude. Like, congratulations, you can spike the ball in my face.
oh man.
So what's the favorite travel destination?
It was Tulum. My wife and I, just south of Cancun. We would go there. We've probably gone there 6 years in a row. This is the first year we haven't gone. It just got too busy, but we love it down there. It was far enough away from everything. It was pretty remote. That was pretty epic. But then it just got too busy. It's way too busy. So.
Well, maybe with some of this other stuff going on right now,
Right.
maybe
Right.
it won't be that way, but who knows?
Yeah. No, I hear you.
All right. Well, and 3 kids, I'm sure that doesn't make travel easy for sure.
No, it's gotten much better now. I mean, shoot, man, they're 20, 18, and 16. So
Okay. Well, I guess in
that,
2 years
that makes it pretty. We don't even need a babysitter anymore. It's all
that's
fine.
fantastic. I have a
Yeah.
17 and an 8, so I still
Yeah.
I
No, you're stuck.
maybe I make some questionable life choices. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, hopefully your youngest is like mine, where they're the responsible one. Thank God. I feel like I cut a big break, and I don't have to be so on the ball like I used to for so long.
Yeah, this
Perfect.
I don't know. You'll meet Rory at some point. It's interesting. She controls the situation. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yep. That was my middle daughter.
My last question I have for you, Mitch, is why should someone want to do business with Mitch Rice and Commercial Capital?
In our industry, the relationship is by far the greatest, most valuable asset, and that's what we focus on the most. Whether it's the brokers we work with, our clients, and our vendors, and our bank and our funding sources as well. Like those relationships are by far the most valuable thing we have, and we act like it. And we put a lot of money and time into maintaining them. And like I said earlier, just doing the right thing. We're always going to do the right thing. That's our number one core value, and that will always be the case.
Well, perfect, sir, and well said.
Yeah,
agree with you 100%. And I'm sure that's reflected in the repeat business that you do with all 4 of the business channels. So, Mitch, I really appreciate your time today. It's nice to know a little bit more about your career.
Yeah, man.
And Commercial Capital, and hopefully
thanks for all you do too with
Thank you.
finance cares and
Thank
everything.
you.
Awesome.
Dude,
You've done some good stuff.
absolutely, and it's been a pleasure working with you and your team. At your office there, and I look forward to seeing you at the upcoming golf event that we have.
Yes, you got it, man. We'll see you then. Send me the link.
All right. Sounds good, Mitch. Thank you, sir.
You got it. Thank you.